Okay, time to go crazy and take all this carpet out. And on this particular carpet, the air conditioning registers are on the floor. I kind of like that too, because as heat rises, it gets your whole place. And these generally are just wedged down in there. There's no screws on them or anything. They come out that easy. And when I took these out one time already, and I have no idea when the last time somebody vacuumed those out. So I had a vacuum here, and I got the attachment wand out, and I reached my hand down there and pulled all the stuff out and cleaned out all the dust and stuff. And then you can clean the back side of your registers. Lots of times you get spider webs down there. You get all kinds of stuff you never knew that was down there. And then reach your hand down in there as far as you can. Maybe you'll find a toy down there, or who knows what down there, and then you can clean those out. It's kind of a nice thing to do, you know, periodically. And then you can take your registers, you can clean the back sides of them and make sure all the cobwebs and grime and everything is out of them. And then on your adjustment, if you have some that come out at an angle just one direction, you want the angle to come this way. You don't want the angle to go and hit your wall. So figure that out and look at that and see which way they go and stuff, so that maybe it'll go in this way as opposed to that way or whatever, you know. And so, okay, enough of that. I got that. And now we've got to figure out the best way to take this floor out. Is there a right or wrong way? Well, maybe. Now, sometimes I might overthink things to a certain extent. Yeah. But hey, it doesn't really take me that much longer to take all this stuff out than anybody else, okay? Now, I'm in a condo complex, and they happen to have a good-sized dumpster here on property. And I'm going to throw all this stuff in the dumpster. The dumpster is only so long, and I'll probably wait until the end of the day to do that. And there's a couple things I'm gonna decide. I'm only gonna throw this away in pieces. So this room here, I'm gonna probably cut it in thirds. So I'm gonna cut a line about here and one over here. So I have 3 long strips. And then the long strips, I may just cut those in half down this way. Okay, so I don't get too big of a piece. Hey, I'm getting up there in age. Do I want to take all this stuff down there in one go? And then the pieces will be small enough that I can then flip over again. I like to roll this up with the carpet side on the outside as I roll it up. That way, when I'm going through door frames and stuff, I don't hit a door frame. If you got white door frames, and if you take carpet and you roll it up too big of a roll, too long of a roll, give me that, I'll take it out of the house. Come on, you guys are going too slow. Come on, let's go. You put it over your shoulder or something, and you hit the side of this, man, that stuff is like sandpaper, rip, and it just marks up your white door jambs, your baseboards, your trim, your door casing, this edge here. If you're not careful, as you go around there, you're going to have some marks on here if you roll up the carpet that other way. And if you're keeping this handrail here, you got to be careful as you're going down the stairs so you don't hit that. Oh, I'm going to put the carpet over here on the right side. Then you got to be careful so you don't hit this edge. Because let me tell you, the back side of that carpet, if you've never taken up carpet, you'll soon realize it, and if you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. The back side of the carpet is really rough, and it's almost like sandpaper when you go along and you hit any nice painted surface that you're trying to keep. Now, granted, I'm going to be painting all these door frames, all these door casings, everything. Okay, and so could I roll it up the other way and not worry about it? Yeah, I probably could. But I'm not going to. I'm going to cut this up in strategic pieces so that I can get it thrown away and rolled up the proper way. And if you've never done this before, how do you get the carpet up? Usually you just go into a corner, and I'm gonna grab it from there, and all I got is my point, okay, my scratch awl. I'm just gonna set the scratch awl in there, about there, and just jam it in the carpet and lift up on it. Just lift up on it and pull that. Pull that out like that, see? Okay? And if you don't have a scratch awl, you probably need to get one of those. Every weekend warrior needs to have a scratch awl. If you do not have a scratch awl, how else could you do it? Well, I've got a pair of pliers here. Let me see if I can't do it with a pair of pliers. It's a little bit more tricky depending how thick your nap is. I'm just gonna try to grab the carpet and squeeze it right there and pull. Okay, look at that. If you don't have a scratch awl, if you don't want to run to the store and get a scratch awl, can you do it with a pair of pliers? Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to do. Let's just do another one here. I'm just using my pliers. Grab it and pull. Okay, look at that. So I could do it that way, or my scratch awl. Let's get in another corner. Let's use my scratch awl this time. Okay, right here. Jam it in. Pull. Pull on that bad boy. Okay, there you go. Just like that. Okay. You can do it. Anyone with a little bit of knowledge should be able to pull carpet up with pad. I'm going to be careful with this carpet because I know that's where they stapled it. I just ripped it. I cut it in half over here. So I still want to be as careful as I can when I'm pulling this up to try to get all of the staple bits off, okay? And I found on this particular pad, I like this outside. It says odor ban. I like that side to be the side that I roll up. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can do it either way. And if you have little pieces, like see this piece is too small to roll up, and plus it's got all this other stuff in here. So all your extra little pieces just flop down in here. I've got these little pieces. I don't want to pick them up later if I don't have to, right? I'll just leave them in here. And let's just get this back this way a little bit. Trying to make sure you can see this on camera. Granted, I'm still going to have to pull all these little bits next to the staples. What a nightmare that's going to be, but hey, that's part of it. Now I can get this rolled up, and I have all my other little pieces in here. Okay. And that's why I ripped that in half. Nice and easy for me to lift on my own, get out there to the dumpster, reposition in the dumpster rather than a 6-foot wide piece. Because, hey, there's lots of people's stuff in there. And if there's too much in there, I'll just do a little bit at a time. I'll carry all the carpet pad and the carpet down to the garage if I have to, or down next to the front door of the condo, you know, down in there. Put a little bit in today, put a little bit in tomorrow. And see, you remember, I'm getting you dizzy now. Remember I had all the carpet and the pad rolled up over there. Well, I had to put it somewhere until I got this room done, and I didn't want to wait for this. I could have waited for this last bit of carpet pad later and done that later, but you know, I thought, no biggie, I'll just do it. That way I can have it all over here because I'm going to have it all stacked. I'm going to stack all that in the dumpster first before putting the heavy carpet on top. Now I got these two little pieces to roll up, and then I'm in to the next area. Oh, I got her. I got it all ready for the dumpster, got it all rolled up, and here's a wire down on the floor. And you know what that is? That's the coaxial cable for the cable TV. Initially, the main cable coming out was right over there because they might have decided to have a TV over there. Well, I believe we're going to have a couch over here and we're going to have the TV over there. That way we get a nice view out the side of the river. And mind you, we could do it the other way too. We could have the couch over here and go that way, but we see more of the river going up that angle over that way instead of over there. So that kind of, I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do, but you know, there's a thought for you. If you need the cable on the other side of the room, you could pull the carpet up if you have carpet with pad, and then see, they just took this and they hooked it up right there, and then they ran it kind of underneath the baseboard the best they could and along the tack strip, and then they had it over here, and then they had this little bit pulled out on top of the carpet. Even if your carpet's already installed, that's okay. Get a carpet guy coming out and pull the carpet back, have him push that in there, whatever, okay? And then you can have him put the carpet back in at the same time. He could restretch this carpet if you need to have it restretched. Obviously, he's going to have to restretch it anyways. Okay, so there's an idea for you. Now, you know, for us, here's the other reason why I'm showing you this, because our dilemma is, if we have the couch over here, and I don't think there's anything over here for the TV. I believe we want to put the TV there. Can we do this? No, we can't, because we're not putting carpet back down in here. I pulled up all the carpet. I'm going to be pulling up all this flooring, tongue and groove, wood flooring, all the way up through here, because we're going to end up putting a vinyl laminate. Well, vinyl flooring, I don't think you call it vinyl laminate. Laminate is fake wood stuff. Okay, vinyl flooring in planks, probably about this wide planking. It's going to look really good when we get done. So see, there's going to be planking all the way through here. So we don't have a place where we can do this, do we? Where we can run the cable. So how are we going to do that? This is a condo. This is a tenant separation wall. There's another condo on the other side of that. Chances are we cannot get up into an attic. There's probably no attic up in here. And you know, this, luckily for me, this just happens to have a wood subfloor, which tells me, see, the air conditioning and heat is coming in from underneath. So there's a way to get underneath this floor. And usually there's a crawl hole somewhere, either on the outside of the building or on the inside. Because this is a condo, it's probably on the inside. And kaboom, it's in this closet right there. You lift that up and boom, you're down underneath the floor. And which reminds me, when we put the vinyl planking through here and they get in here, they're going to have to put nice trim around the edges of the outside of the floor area. Then they're going to have to put it all on our crawl door, and they're going to have to put a nice trim around that. And I might have them put a finger pull, screw a finger pull on there or something, which is dado down into the wood. And it's called a finger pull because there's a little lip on it, and you can pull it up with that, and then you pull up the door. So they've got a little bit of work there. Okay, so back to our coaxial cable. What am I going to do about that? Well, here's what I can do. Because I can crawl underneath this floor, and actually what I'm probably going to do first is we'll get the cable company out here and decide where the entrance is. Is it over there? Chances are it's that But see, there's another cable there. There's some upstairs too, and we're gonna have to decide where we go to connect from where to where, because upstairs maybe coming off of that line, so maybe we got to leave that one there. So either way, I'll have to use a flexi bit, a long drill bit that's flexible, and see, these both come up, okay? I can tell they come up, and there's, you know, I don't know if there's an attic up there or what, and I don't think there is, but that'll be the other reason we bring the guy out here, because we can do some investigating. But chances are I'm going to have to drill with the flexi bit, drill a hole down through there and have access for him, and then run the cable. We'll get a new one. We won't use this old coaxial cable. We'll probably have them provide it. That way they can put their ends on it. When they come out, I'll help them and I'll be underneath. Okay, here's your thing, and he'll bring out some coaxial cable, and then I can run it down through here, and then I've got to decide where to put it along this wall. Put a cut-in box, probably over in here somewhere, you know, an electrical outlet box, kind of like this. Put a cut-in box in there, okay, and then use the flexi bit, drill another hole from there, kaboom, right down through the floor. And then I can put in a cut-in box in there, and then the coaxial cable will go there, and then I'll fish it underneath here, and I'll have another hole drilled there. I'll push it up to him, and he'll come out of there. And then from there, it doesn't matter. If you have a wall-mounted TV, then you would fish up another wire and put a cut-in box up high for that. That way you don't have a wire showing. But we're going to put some sort of furniture over here, and then we're going to set the TV on top of that. Okay, so we're not going to mount anything to the wall. So we'll just have the coaxial cable coming out right there, and plug it in. Plug it into the back of the TV. Boom. So I've got that fixed. And see, I'm glad we're taking this flooring out. You never know what's underneath the carpet pad. See this big old brown spot? I don't know what's going on with that. That was underneath the carpet pad. The carpet wasn't damp or anything. That's probably still damp. I'm sure it is. And I don't know what was there, so I'm going to have to scrape that off, put some kills on, not kills. I'll probably treat it with simple green first, and I could get some bleach, spray some bleach on it, and if I want, I can put some kills paint primer on it after that, and I'll make that go away. Okay? All these kind of things you can learn on my channel. If you want to find anything in particular, you can go to my channel, YouTube channel main page. Ooh, look at all the geese going. You can go to my main channel page and click on playlists, and then that'll go through all the playlists I have on my YouTube channel. You can scroll down to the one you want. Painting, more painting, electrical know-how, how to install ceiling fan, carpet, flooring, painting, doors, anything having to do with doors, all that kind of stuff. I got over 50, I think over 50 playlists on just different things, and you'll learn all kinds of stuff. If you want to find something in particular, try that first before you go to somebody else's channel. If you like how I'm explaining things, how I show you things, you know, and I always post, and I always tell people, hey, I'm never going to post something on my channel that I think you can't do. Okay, that means everything I post, I happen to think that you can do too. Okay, remember that. I might even title the whole series "Remodeling a Condo," how to remodel a condo, or whatever. So I don't know what it's going to be called yet. Just look on whatever one this is, look at it and find out what the episode is. If you want to see some previous ones or some later ones, have at it. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.